Australia. Have you ever heard of Fremantle? This coastal gem in Western Australia has lively markets, rich history, delicious food, and beautiful seaside views, all waiting for you to explore. Join us this Sunday on INCRadio Made in Australia at 3 p.m. Philippine time and 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time to discover what makes Fremantle so special. Don't forget to leave your comments for a chance to win exclusive INCRadio merch. See you there!
Hey everyone, I'm Brother Morgan Goodfellow from the local congregation of Townsville in the Ecclesiastical District of Queensland. Welcome back to another episode of Made in Australia. Last time we took you on a journey through Canberra, but this week we're exploring Fremantle in Western Australia. Fremantle, or Freo as the locals call it, is full of character with its mix of history, art and coastal vibes. So get ready and come along as we uncover the unique charm, rich history and hidden gems that make Fremantle such a standout destination. A shout out to our early bird local congregations, hashtag Fremantle. Greetings from Sister Jen Valeros, as well as our early birds, Brother Amor Mendoza, happy viewing, Paul, hashtag local congregation of Brimbank. And Brother Janelle Caldo, happy viewing, Paul, from the local congregation of Mackay.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sister Emmy from the local congregation of Melbourne, and we're very excited for today's show. We'll be featuring the local congregation of different locations in the Western Australia region. We're excited to have you and join us on the discussion by leaving a meaningful comment, and you might just get featured on our next episode. We'll also be keeping an eye on whether most of our viewers are tuning in and giving a shout out to our top commenters, so don't miss out on the chance to connect with us. Later, we'll be joined by Sister Jillian as well from the New South Wales. But for today's episode, we'll be talking about Fremantle. We'll be checking out everything that makes this place awesome, from its beaches and markets to its deep maritime history, fishing harbors, and cool historic buildings. We'll also be featuring some of our friends from the local congregation, of course, of Fremantle. We'll also be featuring some of our friends from and of course, don't forget to leave your hashtag along with your local congregations and locations. And as a bonus, you'll win an INCRadio tote bag as we've been giving from the previous episodes. And as I've mentioned, we have also Sister Jillian from New South Wales.
Hello. Thank you, Ate Emmy and Brother Morgan as well. And I am Sister Gillian Evangelista from the local congregation of Minchinbury from the District of New South Wales, Australia. And we're excited to have you with us and join us in the discussion by leaving a meaningful comment, and you might just get featured in our episode. And we'll also be keeping an eye on where most of our viewers are tuning in from and giving a shout out to our top commenters, so don't miss out on the chance to connect with us. And up next, let's turn our attention to the skies with the latest weather update.
G'day, here are our weather updates for today. Starting here in the city of Sydney, we can expect tops of 27 degrees, partly sunny and humid throughout the day. Scattered showers in the evening, then partly cloudy overnight. In the city of Melbourne, it will be a max of 27 degrees, a couple of morning showers and thunderstorms, otherwise mostly cloudy and humid. In the city of Brisbane, it will be bright and sunny day with clear skies and no clouds, a max of 27 degrees. Moving on to Perth, we can expect a max of 22 degrees, perfect day for a picnic. Moving on to the city of Adelaide, the temperature is mild with cooler days and warmer nights, as we can expect a max of 28 degrees. Crossing over to Hobart, it will be a max of 22 degrees, overcast throughout the day and partly sunny throughout the evening. Going to our capital city of Canberra, it will be expecting a max of 27 degrees, sunny in the morning, and then increasing clouds in the afternoon. Last but not the least, our warmer city of Darwin, it will be a max of 37 degrees, mainly cloudy with rain part of the day, hot and humid. That's our weather all for throughout Australia. I'm Sister Marissa Orap. See you again next week.
Yes, thank you, Sister Marissa, for that very informative weather report. It seems to be picking up, the heat seems to be picking up all around Australia lately. So now it's time to check out our activities around Australia, brought to us by Sister Ellie.
Good day, mate. I am Sister Al from the local congregation of Coogee. I know you are as thrilled and excited as I am for another round of bulletin updates featuring various activities in the land down under. Buckle up and be ready for lots of fun, enjoyment, and inspiration as we look back at activities fostering camaraderie and extending acts of kindness to our communities. Here are featured activities this week. Brethren from the local congregation of Penrith took the day out to play aqua golf. Have you encountered this before? So it's like your usual golf game, but instead of a green, you have a lake and the balls float. Sounds fun, isn't it? The brethren engage in some friendly competition which further strengthened the bond of brotherhood among them. While having fun and enjoying each other's company, well, I can't wait to try this activity as well. So, if you are looking for your next CFO activity, this might be a good idea. Good job, Penrith! Binhi members in Metro Perth spearheaded a musical evangelical mission, utilizing their God-given musical talents as ways to share our faith to our friends and loved ones. I am amazed by the performances rendered by our Binhi brethren. It was not just a display of talent, but also a product of dedication, hard work, and sacrifices, which were all definitely worth it. It is indeed inspiring to see our brethren utilize the best of their abilities to share our faith. Well done to the brethren in Metro Perth. Married members in the local congregation of Melbourne spent a fun-filled and memorable evening together as they held Buklod night. For sure, Buklod members were all thrilled to get themselves all prepped, looking their best for this yearly event. I am certain that this was a night worth remembering. Fun and games, good food, and good company. What more can we ask for? The brethren for sure are already looking forward to the next Buklod night. A round of applause to our featured local congregations and districts this week. It was indeed heaps of fun, excitement, and heartwarming moments. Mark your calendars for the upcoming activities that we can be a part of. December 7, Music Workshop, Espiritu Santo Group Worship Service. Jogging, Espiritu Santo Group Worship. December 8, Kadiwa and Binhi Socializing, Stirling. Local Unity Games, Rockingham. 5th Anniversary, Melton. Schoolyard Sport Games, Melbourne. Schoolyard Sport Games, Brimbank. And that's a wrap! So, shall I see you next week for another round of bulletin updates? Keeping you in the loop and updated on activities happening in the land down under.
Thank you, Sister Elle, for those wonderful activities that was mentioned right now. And I'm so excited to the future church activities, which was mentioned today in that video. And as well as to the brethren who are watching, I hope you are also excited for the future activities that will be announced in your local congregations. And let's go now in our every week that we are bringing you Let's Learn Aussie Slang.
G'day mates, it's that time again. Let's learn Aussie slang. Here in Australia, we have a variety of ways to compliment good things. If you have been following our show, we previously mentioned good on ya, meaning well done for doing a great job. Another saying we have here is the best thing since sliced bread, meaning good invention, good happenings, or simply something great. A little backstory of the saying: many decades ago, people would bake their bread and slice the pieces off as needed. Fast forward, a really clever person came up with the idea of already sliced and packaged bread. It must have been amazing. Later on, additives and preservatives were added to keep the bread fresher and softer for longer. It must have been a miracle. So if somebody tells you you're the best thing since sliced bread, it must mean you're pretty special. Hope you enjoyed our Aussie slang for this week. I'm Morgan, and see you again next week to learn more. Sister Jillian, Sister Emmy, have you ever heard that one before? The best thing since sliced bread?
No, I haven't, Brother
No,
Morgan.
I
It's my
haven't
first
heard.
time.
No, it's quite an old-fashioned one. Obviously, it is has some history behind it, but yeah, simply it's just a really good thing to be called the best thing since sliced bread. Obviously, it's just something neatly packaged in a more efficient way. The best thing since sliced bread. Sister Jillian, Sister Emily, do any new Aussie slangs come to your mind hearing our Aussie slang this week?
Um, but yeah, there's a lot of Aussie slangs here, and we've been doing that for quite some time now. And I'm very glad with the rebranding that we made for Made in Australia, which is one of the best things since sliced bread.
Yeah, absolutely,
Right?
Sister Jillian.
Wait, because since I haven't think again, Brother Morgan, for the Aussie slang that I've learned, because the past like the Aussie slangs that I've been watching from you is like that's the one that I'm learning right now.
Yeah,
but
no,
wha- but
yeah. So
but
even just doing the Aussie slangs in a rebranding of
mhm.
Made in Australia is just bringing back a flood of memories of when I was growing up and my family and um you know my parents back in the early days who would always use Aussie slang. It's just I never used it a lot until I've had to rehearse it now in our rebranding. So it's just good to reminisce on you know on those sorts of languages, I guess.
Yeah, but they will be hearing a lot more about Let's Learn Aussie Slang in a future episodes, Brother Morgan. But meanwhile, let's greet our listeners first. I would like to greet first a belated happy birthday to Ka Jojo Villapane, to Mark Jason Villapane, to Ka Jessa Villapane. Belated happy birthday to all of you. Belated happy birthday as well to my brother Ka Andy Sanchez. And I would like also to greet advance happy anniversary to brother Raul and Leonora Palma, to sister Celine Almodovar, advance happy birthday. A quick shout out, I would like to greet Canoli Esperanza. Thank you very much for Kalinda Esperanza. Thank you very much for, and to all of our listeners and viewers who are always here with us. Let's read some comments from Maximo Maravilla. Happy viewing from Dean Park, New South Wales. From Caboolture District of Queensland, we love INC Radio. Sister Sharon Lakangan from the local congregation of Hobart. From Queensland, happy viewing. And Sister Lila Enriquez, happy viewing from Hobart. Elijah Valdez, Irvin, Angel, Bernadette Ngo, Menardo Martinez. So thank you very much for tuning in. And stay tuned because you are watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INC Radio Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studios of INC Radio. So yeah, so Brother Morgan, we'll be having our next segment for today, which is Discovering Down Under.
Brother, what is your
I can't hear you, Brother Morgan.
Right, and so welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio. Just a quick shout out to from the local congregation of Caboolture to our resident evangelical worker here in the district of Queensland, in North Queensland in particular, Brother Sean Bernal. Happy viewing, Paul. To also Brother Francisco Mendoza, Sister Erica Palmer, Brother Roberto Dairit, Brother Franz Vire, Brother Nicole Carlos, Sister Rika Angela Palmer, Brother Loretto Duncalan, and Brother Eric Raquino. Sister Jillian, are we missing anybody else?
Oh no, because we're gonna greet them later on. And without further ado, sit back,
But
relax.
Sister Jillian,
Oh,
Sister Jillian, we would like to hear the brethren from Fremantle.
oh yeah. I thank you, Sister Emmylou. Yeah, and also we also have the brother shout out the names of brethren right now. Brother, oh wait. Can you Sister Emmy, can you help me here? Oh yeah.
Yes, we're gonna play the video of the Fremantle brethren. Let's hear it.
Favorite thing to do or favorite place to go here in Fremantle, or any special recommendations po?
Oh, there's a lot for sister, especially in Fremantle po. We are very rich in heritage places po. So if you go to Fremantle, there are a lot of museums over there. We can tell you the stories back in the days when the first migrants came here in Fremantle. We can see, places in museums, how they built the Fremantle, and how the Fremantle grows, and where it is now. So important. And also a lot of beautiful parks for where your kids can enjoy playing, running, and doing the things that families should be doing every day.
I would recommend if you go to Fremantle, you go to any beaches in Fremantle. It's good for watching sunset and it's very family friendly.
I highly recommend you go to WA Maritime Museum in Fremantle. It's just next to the harbour, and it's just nice to go there with your family, explore the maritime history of WA.
I definitely recommend the local cafes. They have excellent coffee, and part of the cuisine here is specialized in seafood. So if you go around the CBD area of Fremantle, there's a lot of seafood cuisine and very good restaurants there. I've tried a couple and all exceptional.
In the south of the river po, probably going to the beaches. One po would be the closest one would be the Coogee Beach and Rockingham Beach. Both of them po are really there's a lot of good vibes in those two beaches. Mainly Rockingham, because Rockingham is basically in front of shops. You can have fish and chips with your family. There's park in front of the beach, and there's good music. Sometimes when you go there, there's a lot of free dance classes that you can just go to, and that you can just share with your loved ones, I guess. And then just food. There's a lot of food, ice cream, fish and chips, and that's in Rockingham Beach. And Coogee Beach, it's great because it's basically close to us, close to our chapel here in Jandakot area, in Fremantle area. And yes, those are two activities or places that we would recommend.
I think my favorite thing to do here in Fremantle is to visit the beach and just spend time with my family so that we can get closer and spend more time together as well.
Sa Fremantle po, pagka tayo, fishing po. Tapos pagka may time lang kasi kadalasan, sa akin nga, may time fishing lang, and then going around fishing and manunod ng mga swimming.
There's a lot of things to enjoy here in Fremantle, but for me, I enjoy because I'm with my family. We enjoy during my free time. We go to some parks. So here in Fremantle, there's a lot of parks here, but our go-to park is the Hopbush Park near our place.
Okay.
So there's a lot of there's plenty of space where we can jog, and there's an active space there where we can use the equipments like gym equipments. That's it, po.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
And yeah, and thank you to our dear brethren who shared their insights regarding to Fremantle, and we wanna see more, right, brethren? And without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey to discovering Down Under.
Hello, my name is Brother Hans Satividad, and welcome to another episode of Made in Australia. For today's episode, we are featuring Fremantle here in Western Australia. Fremantle, known to locals as Freo, is a city that's full of energy, stories, and experiences waiting to be uncovered. Let's explore what makes this incredible place so unforgettable. If there's one place that sums up the spirit of Fremantle, it's the Fremantle markets. You'll find fresh, locally grown produce, handmade crafts, boutique fashion, and souvenirs you didn't even know you needed. And then there's the food. Whether it's freshly baked pastries, global street eats, or a cup of artisan coffee, this market's got you covered. What I love most though is the atmosphere. There's always something happening. Plus it feels good to soak up the energy from the people around here. If you're looking for a more relaxed shopping experience, head over to Fremantle Malls. It's smaller, quieter, and perfect for a leisurely browse. There's a variety of boutique stores and familiar brands, plus plenty of cafes where you can grab a coffee and recharge. Now, let's talk about Fremantle's beaches. No visit to Freo is complete without spending time by the water. South Beach is a favorite among locals and visitors alike. It's perfect for a swim, a picnic, or just lying back on the sand and soaking up the sun. For something a little bit livelier, there's also Bathurst Beach. This beach is just a short walk from Fremantle's main attractions, so you can spend your morning exploring the city and your afternoon relaxing by the water. And speaking of water, let's not forget Fremantle Harbour, which is a historic port that has long been Fremantle's gateway to the world. Today, it has waterfront restaurants, cafes, and the famous fishing boat harbour, which is the perfect place to grab fresh fish and chips, watch the boats, or simply enjoying the sea breeze. Plus, it's where the ferries depart for Rottnest Island, the ultimate day trip destination where you could tour the whole island by bike, explore the shops, and take selfies with adorable quokkas. Right next to Bathurst Beach, you'll find the Fremantle Tourist Wheel. It's impossible to miss, and it's more than just a fun ride. It's one of the best ways to get a stunning view of the city. From the top, you can see the ocean, the streets of Fremantle, and even the harbour. Make sure to take lots of pictures. Alright, so have a look at the view of the port here. We've got a lot of fisher boats and a bunch of restaurants overlooking at this area. And a little bit past the beach house over there are some of the museums that are exclusively for WA. So there's the Shipwreck Museum a little bit further away from there. And we've also got a lot of different restaurants, a lot of fish and chip areas. And it's just a nice overall place to just look around. Oh yeah, to the left, that's also a bunch of residential areas. There's also a lot of shops, art galleries around the corner, and that's where most of the city centre is for all of Fremantle. So that's one of the busiest areas around night time, and sometimes in the weekends too. After your ride, take a stroll through Esplanade Park, where you'll often see people having picnics, kids playing on the playground, or friends relaxing under the shade of the towering Norfolk pines. As you explore Fremantle, one of the things that will truly catch your eye is its stunning art and architecture. The city is like a gallery,
where you see heritage buildings and modern artworks out in the open. Fremantle's laneways and public spaces are adorned with murals and street art that tell stories about Fremantle's culture, its people, and its deep connection to the ocean. It's like every wall has something to say. For museum lovers, Fremantle has a lot to offer. The WA Maritime Museum celebrates the city's connection to the sea. And then there's the Shipwrecks Museum. This place feels like stepping into an adventure novel with artifacts from some of the world's most famous shipwrecks. It's fascinating to think about the explorers and crews who braved these waters centuries ago. Fremantle is a city that doesn't just tell its story, it invites you to be a part of it. Whether you're exploring the bustling markets, relaxing at the beaches, taking in the views from the Ferris wheel, or strolling through Esplanade Park, Freo has something for everyone. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Fremantle. I hope this inspires you to visit and discover what makes this city so special. Stay tuned for more episodes of Made in Australia, only on INCRadio. Until next time.
So before we jump into our discussion with our beloved guest, our handsome brother Hans, just a shout out to a few of our live commenters. Sister Mabs Magana, hi Ati Yet, happy birthday, hashtag local congregation of Altona. Hello sister. Again, brother Tom, sorry, they're just flooding in. Brother Jojo Magana, hi Port. They're just going so fast. Sister Angie, hello Port to all viewing. Sorry, they're just coming in one after another. Sister Jenilyn Ingrita, sorry if I mispronounced your name, but I love INCRadio, hashtag local congregation of Ellenbrook. Brother Seth Andrew Mabulak, happy Sunday, pot to all local congregation of Shepparton. Brother Ramon Doctor, happy viewing from the local congregation of Shepparton. Sister Bernadette Nigo, happy birthday. Daniel Magno, hashtag local congregation of Altona, happy birthday, brother, and hello, sister. All right, brethren, so as we jump into our discussion, we'll kindly introduce our beloved and handsome brother, Hans Natividad. How are you, brother?
Good afternoon for brother Morgan and to all of our hosts, and also to all of our brethren and viewers from all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, for, and welcome to INCRadio. I'm doing well on this fine, beautiful Sunday, for.
It's good to see you, brother Hans. So, Sister Emilu and Sister Gillian, can you tell us, seeing brother Hans in that video, what caught your attention in the tour that he's given us virtually?
Yes,
Brother
brother
Hans
Mark.
was very good.
Yeah.
Brother Hans was very good as a travelogue host, Brother Hans. So how did you prepare for the video, Brother Hans?
Oh, so it was a rather impromptu trip, I'd say, because I was thinking of somewhere to go with one of my friends quite recently, and I thought because I missed going to Fremantle myself because it's been a while for me, and Fremantle does have a special place in my heart personally because I love port cities. I thought why not go there to Fremantle and let's give it a try. It's been a while, so yeah,
Right.
it's more of a spontaneous trip.
And so we saw you there in Fremantle, brother. Your local congregation, how far is that from Fremantle?
All right, but so for everyone's reference, but I am from the local congregation of Midland, and from where my local congregation is, it takes at least 50 minutes without the traffic to get from our local congregation straight to here in Fremantle by car. And if you're commuting from where I am, it usually would take almost 2 hours, including all of the buses and trains, because the local congregation of Midland and the surrounding areas, it's at least on the other side of the metro area of Perth, whereas Fremantle is right here in the western area of the metro area.
Right, brother. And so in the local congregation of Midland, brother, you're studying there, is that right?
Yes, but I am a student and I'm about to finish my studies. But
and what are you studying again, sorry?
Yeah, I'm doing the Bachelor of Biomedical Sciences degree myself. But
all right, and what can you tell us about the universities there, brother? For those who might be interested in biomedical studies, is there opportunities there for brethren who may be looking into those sorts of studies?
Yes, for Brother Morgan. So there's a lot of universities here that do biomedical sciences as a degree, and there's also well-renowned universities who specialize in the different areas of research. And we've also got some of the best universities here in the whole country. So I would recommend brethren who are interested to get into medicine or any of the related scientific disciplines within medicine to also come here and study, and it's a good opportunity to be able to get into these programs.
Right, just further looking into biomedical studies, brother, what made you want to get into those sorts of studies?
All right, so it's this is a more personal story myself, because when I was a kid and much younger, it also was difficult for me to get into sports myself because I got sick very early on. But I've developed a love for reading and also discovering a lot of scientific facts myself. And I thought to myself that if I'm able to learn a lot more knowledge regarding all of these different diseases, I'd be able to help people who are going through experiences like myself to be able to get into better health outcomes. So that's why I chose to do biomedical sciences myself.
It's very close to the heart by the sounds of it, brother. Thank you very much. Okay, so jumping back into Fremantle, brother, looking through your video, we noticed a lot of markets, museums, beaches. Tell us what are your highlights there from the tour?
It's quite a lot for to go throughout the whole tour myself. Now, what I would say, personally speaking, out of my personal favorites, I would say the museums are one of the biggest highlights because it does show what Fremantle's history as a city is like. And there's a lot of history with Fremantle being a well-known port city that started popping up here in Australia around at least 200 years ago. So I'd say the museums are a good starting point to find out more about the city's history, and also going into the markets itself is really a good place for anyone who's looking to do any day tour or trip. So stopping by within the markets, grabbing yourself some souvenirs and even some food is just one of the best places to also include when you're doing a day trip here.
Now, there's a lot of beautiful spots that we saw in the video. You so generously gave us, brother, sister Emmy, sister Gillian. Sorry. What seemed to catch your attention in the video that we just watched, brother Hans?
I feel like I like the tourist wheel, and I can't imagine. Is that the best sunset spot in Fremantle, Brother Hans?
Yes, for Sister Emmy. So, especially when it comes to sunset views, I would recommend going there into the tourist wheel just because when you reach the very top and when you find out what exactly the sunset times are, you'd be able to see the coastline and the bright yellow sun just popping down from the sky, and you could get really good shots from the very top once you reach that area at the very specific sunset times, especially right now around summer and when the winter and summer solstices come up within the year. But so it's the perfect spot to be at.
That
Right,
must be
right. And
very amazing. Can you imagine?
And also, Brother Hans, I saw that you're wearing a cap, so I think it's quite sunny there when you're traveling there in Fremantle. So, in your preference, what is the best time to visit Fremantle? And if it's like afternoon, does it have like shades where we could stay or sit? So, and also relax with the family and friends. So, what do you suggest?
Oh yes, but Sister Jillian. So it's from last month and even now early into December. That's the best time to go here in Fremantle, just because right before summer really starts kicking in, it's really good to enjoy the beaches here. And even right now, because literally I'm right here in the heart of Fremantle at the moment, and it's not too hot and it's also windy at the same time, so you'd still enjoy the sun while also getting a good windy breeze even when you're here in the city center, because when it gets really hot, it's not an easy walk. I'll be quite frank about it, but it's lovely to go around November, December, especially right around this early December season, right before summer really goes at its peak.
Wow, that's so good.
Right. And so, and so we see, Brother Hans, that Fremantle seems to be right along the coastline of WA. We saw some beautiful beach area there. Can you tell us, do the Fremantle and local congregations surrounding Fremantle, are there a lot of activities orientated around those beach areas, just those very scenic spots you can only see around the coastlines of Australia?
Yes, Brother Morgan. So in the past, we've done activities within the beaches here in Fremantle, that's very focused around the clean-up drives within our different local congregations. So whether it's the local congregations within the Fremantle areas or even further away, sometimes we hop by every now and then and conduct clean-up activities. So just we can get all of these beaches ready for the summer and also show our appreciation for the local communities will also help maintain the beauty and the splendor of Fremantle itself and the nearby surrounding areas.
Yeah, it's beautiful to see the Iglesia Ni Cristo is always helping out in community events, especially in the cleanup drives, preserving the blessing basically that we have in Australia. Also, brother, we noticed you're around a lot of murals in Fremantle. What can you tell us about the art scene?
Oh, I would say, Brother Morgan. So Fremantle is one of the few hotspots in WA that has a very vibrant and active art scene. So there's a lot of local artists, whether they're graphic designers, painters, and even sketch artists, going around and drawing murals every now and then, and also putting up statues. And at the same time, there's also live local performers who are also doing shows every now and then within the streets here, and even just when I was passing by a while ago, I was also hearing some live music shows that are playing within some of the restaurants around here. So I would say Fremantle has a really active art scene, especially when you're right here in the city center.
Right, brother. And so we also noticed that you've got a lot of historical monuments, so to say. What can you tell us about the structures and the history of Fremantle?
Oh yeah. So right here where I am looking at right now, and even when I'm walking past by most of the areas here in Fremantle, there's a lot of 1800s Victorian style architecture that's still around and pretty pervasive within Fremantle. But at the same time, you also see new buildings come up on the rise. So I would say when it comes to architecture, there's this good balance of old school Victorian architecture that preserves Fremantle's history, and at the same time, there's also new buildings that also help shape Fremantle into what its direction is going to be in the future.
Right. And so say if
Wow, seems like you're having the best of both there, Brother Hans. I can imagine.
Oh, yes, Sister Amy, it's just lovely to be here. But
How
right.
about like in terms of family activities? Like here in Melbourne, there's a lot of parks. Like, what would you recommend if there's a family traveling to Fremantle? Because I heard someone earlier who wants to go to travel to Fremantle, like their whole family. What would you recommend?
so literally a lot of places to go to are right here in the heart of the Central Business District or the CBD. So most of the places that you've seen in the video a while ago, from the Fremantle malls, the markets, the tourist wheel, the harbour, and even the museums, they're literally right here in the city center. So you don't have to go far away to just be able to visit them within a day or two, even if you'd like to really immerse in them. So you'll literally have all the time in the world to just spend it all here in Fremantle and just enjoy it with family or even with your friends.
And so, Brother Hans, we noticed the local congregation of Fremantle, they also have a chapel there, is that right?
Yes, for Brother Morgan.
When was that built? Is that recent?
From memory, I remember it's a fairly recent local congregation whose chapel has been established for. So the chapel itself, I remember the date it was dedicated, the year rather it was dedicated was right around 2015, but from memory.
2015, so still very recent, right? But then, so with having a chapel there, obviously the Iglesia Ni Cristo is quite lively and active. We do know that recently you guys held the first international Unity Games. Is that correct?
Yes, for Brother Morgan.
Right. And did you participate there? And what can you tell us about the Unity Games?
Oh yeah, thank God. Yes, I was able to participate in the Unity Games myself. So on top of having the first international Unity Games outside of the Philippines, we also had a special worship service officiated here for all of the brethren here in the WA area. So on top of us preparing for soccer and being able to participate in the games ourselves, and speaking as a choir member who also participated in the special worship service, we there were also a lot of brethren coming over to the local congregation of Fremantle to also prepare for the special event, especially for us in the choir.
That's right, brother Hans. So we do believe, Sister Emmy, you were able to take part in that Unity games too, weren't you?
Yes, yes. Last minute I went to I went to Western Australia, and I was able to meet the brethren there from different parts of the world, not just in Western Australia. So we have brethren from US, brethren from Asia, from New Zealand, and they were all there. And even like as I entered through the Inglewood Stadium, I can see all the SCAD members, like they are all there welcoming every brethren, all the Christian family organizations. They really participated, even up to like even like early days leading up to the Unity Games. They had a cleanup drive on that very place. And I've also able to speak to a lot of brethren who organized the event, and it was very very good. It was very very lovely. There were opening program, there were performances, and then there were the games, of course, itself, and there were players. And you can see the camaraderie within the brethren, even though they're like from different districts. They were able to have a team and then play together. And when we were interviewing them, they're very good. They've shared a lot of good experiences. And even after the game, when Ace Oceania won as the winner, everybody seems like the winner. We had a meet and greet there, and you can see the joy that we felt with every attendee that were there. And I saw Brother Hans there too. So it was a very very good experience, in the one for the books that I won't ever forget. So really really a good experience. And shout out to all of the brethren who really helped from all the local congregations of the Metro Perth that we were able to meet. Like they were all there. I don't know how much time did like they prepared, but they were all there. And of course, those who also flew from different parts of the world, I would like to greet all of you and hope you will be back in Australia soon to for another event like that. But yeah, it was very good, Brother Morgan.
Yeah, it's a beautiful diversity we have in Iglesia Cristo, and that unity allows us to open up to all sorts of cultures worldwide. So, Brother Hans, before we let you go, brother, is there anything you'd like to further mention in regards to Fremantle? If there's anybody you want to shout out for from the Unity Games, let us know.
All right, but so just one quick tip about Fremantle, but so whether it's a day trip or even a slightly longer trip when you're coming over here to WA, literally the CBD has so much to offer. But so just make Fremantle part of your bucket list. You'll literally enjoy a lot of places to go here to. And there's also some people I would like to shout out for, starting off with my family members, especially my mom's sister Gina Natividad, who is going to celebrate her birthday in a few days' time. And also my auntie, sisters Rayo Natividad and sister Mala again, who are also with me in the local congregation of Midland. And also from Midland Local, our choir leadership, especially our choir leaders, Brother Angelo Gonzan and Sister Rochelle Guzman, and also my fellow organists, Brother Carlo Guzman, Sister Erica Gonzan, and Sister Christine Espolo, and to all of Midland Choir and everyone po from Midland, hello po.
Thank you, Brother Hans. And we just have a few people in the chat wanting to know, brother, if there's a specific pasalubog we should be aware of when coming to Fremantle to bring back with us.
But what is pasalubong first, Brother Morgan?
Yes,
Would
sorry,
like to
Brother Hans,
explain it
please,
first?
please, sorry, enlighten us. What is pasalubog, firstly?
All right, po. So for everyone, po, pasalubong is what is very close to English as souvenirs. So it is. So what I would recommend as a gift souvenir right here from Fremantle would be any piece of jewelry that is very much close to, at least related to the seas. So let's say if you find jewelry that has shells on it, like shell earrings, for example, I would recommend that just because there's a lot of beauty in getting a lot of the natural sea resources and using them for aesthetics. I would say that would be one of the best gifts to give.
Right, thank you, brother. Yeah, so seashells from the seashore, as long as it doesn't have crustaceans or crabs in it, it's all right.
Okay, Brother Morgan. Let's now thank you very much for all your greetings, Brother Hans, and we really, really love it you to be part of the INC radio. So hope you're gonna be one of our fellow crew soon. But first, let's greet some shout outs. So Sister Laura Esperanza from Dean Park, Brother Seth Andrew Mabulak from Shepperton, Sister Grace Costello from Melbourne, Sister Linda Esperanza. Thank you very, very much po, Sister Linda, for always supporting INC Radio Australia. Jamie Lee Gaviola, Sister Jamie, happy Sunday po, happy viewing. Greetings from Perth, Caboolture District of Queensland. Hi, Brother Morgan. Happy viewing po, Brother Mark Kiseo from Caboolture, Queensland. Mel Mendoza, happy viewing po to all. Greetings from Ellenbrook. Daniel Diaz, happy viewing po. God bless from New South Wales. John Briner, Case, Bernadette Ngo, Cheryl Sena, Mika Margaret, Menardo Martinez, good afternoon everyone from local of Armadale. Maximo Maravilla, happy viewing from Dean Park. Louis Devad, hello po Brother Carlo. Melanie Beltran, happy viewing po from Melbourne. So stay tuned because you are watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INC Radio Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studio of INC Radio. We'll be right back.
Made in Australia.
Welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INC Radio Australia Satellite Studio. So let's get into one of our favourite segments for our viewers, which is Game Time.
It's game time. Let's play.
Yes, and all the brethren, please ready your fingers to type in your YouTube live chat. So we're gonna answer the Fremantle trivia. So our Kuya Tech question. Yeah, what nickname is often used by locals to refer to Fremantle? Type in your answers there. Yeah.
Right, so while we wait for our live chat, Sister Gilly and Sister Emmy, we'll just give a few more shout outs to our beloved brethren and guests tuning in. Hello to Sister Emmy Morey. Greetings from the local congregation of Devonport in the local congregation of Hobart and Launceston. We also have Sister Davina Rapido. Hello, Scott family, local congregation of Shepparton. Brother Raymond Doctor again. Hello, everyone. Happy viewing from the local congregation of Shepparton. Hello, brother. Sister Laurie San Jose. Happy viewing, local congregation of Melbourne. Sister Nancy, happy viewing to all. Hashtag Altona. We also have Sister Violet Mercado. Greetings po to all. Hashtag Altona. Sister Mabs Magano, Hypo Nanai Tess, hashtag Altona. All right, so brethren, we're still waiting for your answer. Quickly type in so we can give you your INC Radio merchandise. The first
Actually, Brother Morgan, someone
Brother
answered
Morgan,
already.
I would also like to greet Brother Amir Mercado from Altona. Thank you very, very much for supporting weekly. Brother William Manabat, Sister Says, Brother Romar Scott, Brother Frederick Australia from Shepparton. My fellow brethren from local congregation of Melbourne, of course, Kasani of Melbourne, Kamarvin, and of course, our resident minister, Brother Romy Cartolaba. Thank you very, very much for always supporting INC Radio Australia, our Made in Australia program.
Yes, at the Emmy, and yeah, Brother Morgan, and someone already answered our first question by, who is it? Ayan. Is it sister or brother? Sister? Yeah.
From local congregation of Shepparton, I believe.
Oh.
What is the name, Sister Julia?
Is it Jack Galliarde? From yeah.
Yes. So
thank
you. Yeah, she's correct, and also our brother from Quezon City is correct. My answer is Oreo, he said.
Oreo daw. Okay po.
Oh no, Frio. My answer is Frio.
Yes, congratulations, brothers. We'll give you both a prize for being so active in our live chat. We thank you. All right, so moving on to our second question, Queer Tech.
What island near Fremantle is famous for its caucus? Brother Morgan, how do you pronounce it? Caucus?
Quackers. It's everybody has their own way of saying it, I guess. Quackers, I would call it quackers. What island is near Fremantle is famous for its quackers? A. Garden Island, B. Penguin Island, C. Rottnest Island, or D. Cockatoo Island? Let us know in the live chat.
If you want to win the merchandise, answer it. Oh, super fast.
But yes, we just had a quick sneak peek for those who were watching. While we're waiting, we'll continue to read out our live chat who are constantly blowing up our comment section. Brother Jojo Magana, hello, Brother Mike Ocon family, hashtag Altona. Sister Nancy, happy viewing to all, hashtag Altona. Altona is very live. We appreciate your activeness each and every week. We see you in our top 3 hashtag winners each and every week. So it's amazing to see the support that we have from you guys.
And also, Brother Morgan, I would like to greet my fellow finance officers from the local congregation of Melbourne, who's always supporting INCRadio Australia, being led by Kasani of Melbourne. I think we have a winner. We have a winner.
Yes, from brother Jake Magnayon. He answered Rottnest Island. Is that correct, Kuya Tek? Show us or reveal the answer. Yes, that is correct.
And that is correct. And now, Brother Morgan,
Congratulations,
Sister Jillian, we have to win an INCRadio tote bag. They need to answer this question. So, listeners, viewers, wait for this question and ready your answer with your hashtag local congregation, because we should know who you are and where you're from. And here's the question number 3. The best thing since blank means something truly amazing or groundbreaking. What is missing in this Aussie slang? So if you've tuned in since the start of the show, you heard what this Aussie slang is. So let us know. I've used it in a sentence, right, Brother Morgan?
Sorry, Sister Abby?
We've used this Aussie slang in a sentence earlier.
That's right. Yes, as Sister Emmy mentioned earlier in our conversation, we had used it for our radio episode in particular. For those who are paying attention, this is the winning question of the afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you may be. So we hope you are paying attention. But
the best thing since, I think these are 2 words, and we have a winner from the local congregation of Shepparton, who's a very, very loyal viewer of
Very
Made
active
in Australia, and he is Brother William Manabat from the local congregation of Shepparton. See, I already know.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations po.
So let's continue to have a quick shout out. Sister Carla Shadel Padama, happy viewing po. Sister Jing Matining, Brother Tom Matining, Brother Michael Reyes, Brother Jella Rapido, Enrique Mudong Jaisal, and Michael Saludaris. Hello po.
So we thank you so much for everyone who's joined us. Unfortunately, that'll be the end of our episode. Stay tuned next week, brethren, and we'll announce our top congregation for our hashtag challenge next week.
And also, Fremantle is such a special place with everyone from historic sites and lively markets to stunning beaches and incredible street art. And we hope you enjoyed exploring it with us today.
Absolutely, Sister Jillian. Fremantle has something for everyone, whether you're into history, art, or just enjoying the coast. Thanks for joining us, and make sure to tune in next week and continue to journey across different places in Australia.
That's right, Sister Emmy, Sister Gillian, Brother Hans, and of course a big thank you to our CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Irania Vimanalo, and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo Vimanalo. Your support and guidance means so much to us. See you all next week. To all our viewers, thank you for always tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you so much po. Thank you po. And thank you to Brother Hans.
Thank you, Brother Ans. Pleasure to have you on, brother, and thank you so much for your informative tour today.
Thank you po, brethren, for the time today po. See you again next time po.
Keep safe po.
Thank you po.
Po kay Kuya Tek, Kuya Nico in the studio po.
Thanks, Kuya Nico.